Am I responsible for my spouse's crime in Illinois? Imagine getting a call from the police station telling you that the person you married has just been accused of a serious crime. It happens more often than people think. And the question that immediately follows is whether you share any legal responsibility for what your spouse did. Under Illinois law, you will only be held criminally responsible for your spouse's crime if you had some meaningful involvement in committing it. Illinois Statute 720 ILCS 552 makes clear that a person is legally accountable for another's conduct only when they solicited, aided, abetted, or attempted to facilitate the planning or commission of that offense. Simply being present at the scene of a crime when your spouse commits it is not enough on its own to make you legally accountable under Illinois law. However, the courts have held that your presence at the scene can be considered alongside other circumstances when a trier of fact is evaluating accountability. If you were actually the victim of the crime, or if the offense would have occurred regardless of whether you were there, you will not be held criminally liable. Illinois law also protects you if you took meaningful steps to stop the crime before it happened, such as warning law enforcement or otherwise preventing its commission. When it comes to testifying, a spouse may take the stand to describe what they personally witnessed, but Illinois law protects private communications made between spouses during the marriage. Under 735 ILCS 58801, neither spouse may testify about any communication or admission the other made to them during the marriage, a protection known as marital privilege. The privilege belongs to the spouse who made the statement, meaning they can insist their partner not disclose what was privately said in a criminal proceeding. If your spouse is convicted and ordered to pay restitution to a victim, that court order is directed at the criminal spouse alone and does not automatically extend to you. A victim could, however, pursue a civil lawsuit, and if stolen goods came into your possession or criminal proceeds were spent on you, you might be drawn into that civil action. Under 750 ILCS 6515, no creditor can bring a civil claim against a spouse for an expense incurred solely by the other spouse, unless that spouse agreed in writing to share the liability. Consulting an experienced attorney as soon as possible after your spouse's arrest is one of the most important steps you can take to protect yourself from unintended legal exposure. The Law Office of Russell the 500th, Knight, located at 1165 North Clark Street, 700, Chicago, Illinois 60610, is ready to help you understand your rights. So call today at 773 334 6311 to speak with a lawyer who has handled Illinois family law matters since 2006.